YouTube, CloudNB here, and I am so sorry about my prolonged absence. Probably not even the right word, it's like 6 o'clock in the morning. But, just to play a little bit of catch-up, unfortunately I've had some things come up in life that have prevented me from doing virtually anything for like the past week. It's been just god-awful. But, we are back, we are here, and we are bringing you the latest Week 9 match ever. Ever. But, we are going to be playing TopTierBoy, coach of the Florida Feraligatrs, and this matchup was just death. It was death. He had so many threats on his squad to prepare for, and I feel like my prep was just kind of all over the place. But one thing I really noticed here was that if I can get the sun up, Mega Venusaur kind of has its way, provided a couple, like 1 or 2 other months drop. Obviously, Algino's going to stand in the way of that. Amoonguss is a little bit of an issue for it. We have Hidden Power Ice on Venusaur. I felt like I had to bring Magnezone here just in case he had Scarm. I feel like he'd want to bring it to try to wall Mega Arrow, but at the same time, knowing I had Magnezone, he probably wouldn't have. I didn't want to take the chance. Magnezone still does a pretty okay number to his team, especially with that Clefable there. And Slowbro, you know, a lot of these sets are pretty common. Not gonna lie to you, I don't remember them all because it was like a week ago. But we are gonna get into this. Oh my god, this week was death. Because I have very poor time management skills, I scheduled the match. And luckily, he was able to work around it. I had the beginning of my week of death come up the day we were supposed to battle, and he was very understanding about it. We rescheduled for the next day, so I ended up having this match on my phone at a barbecue with children crawling all over me. It was basically just the whole battle was me going, just trying to do stuff, but we're gonna hop into this. It was actually really funny. So I'm gonna start off with Thunderstruck as he goes into Yoked. I figured he might want to start with this just in case, but we're gonna switch into Magneton. He does reveal that he has Stealth Rocks on the Clefable, which is completely understandable. We go for the Magnet Rise, just trying to prep for the Digger's Beak, as he brings in Green Eyes the Audino, which is just a pain. After seeing the amount of damage that we're doing, I realize that we really can't touch this thing that well. I figure I can at least try to get this Spadef drop, which we do end up getting luckily. But he sets up Wish here and switches out into the Manectric, which I honestly should have predicted. That Wish is going to bring him back to full. He doesn't really care about that Flash Cannon all that much. Now, Kyurem was made to kind of not wall so much, but eat hits well from this thing. But the burn is gonna affect it in a pretty bad way. So he goes back into this Audino, who of course assume is especially defensive set, as we go for a sub here, which really was not my best choice of moves. I figure this Kyurem can put in work, but at the same time we really can't do damage to this Audino, so there really wasn't much of a use for me to keep it in anyway. So we're going to Ninetales. I'm going to pause it because I realized, oh shit, I'm not Drought. I didn't bring Drought Tails because I didn't use my pre-existing team. And I looked at my screen and I thought, oh my god, my whole strategy was Chlorophyll Venusaur. What am I supposed to do? Why didn't I double check my set? I was panicking for a solid like 5 minutes. My whole strategy was wiped out right there because I didn't double check my set, and I was so mad. Oh god, Venusaur outsped his entire team in the sun. And oh my god, it was so terrible because as soon as I saw the sun not appear, I thought, this is it. That's game. I lose. This is the game right here. So we have to go for Fire Blast because I am carrying Solar Beam, unfortunately. Ninetales drops, making the heat rock we gave it completely useless. And I wanted to test it, so I brought in Venusaur. I went for Sunny Day, just hoping we could get there. But that damage is banded damage, which is not going to help our case at all. So we bring in Kyurem as he switches into Clefable again. And Kyurem really cannot touch us. Our only damaging attacks are Draco and Ice Beam. I don't honestly remember why. I didn't like the set very much, but it felt like it would work. So at this point, we're really just trying to save differential. He knows that Audino can mold Magnezone really well. We pretty much just forced to go for the Volt Switch here. Now this Mienshao, again, playing into the fact that Venusaur was supposed to be the win con, was a specially defensive Calm Mind Baton Pass set, which was originally gonna pass into Venusaur. We have not a big amount of defense investment, but an okay amount of defense investment in Venusaur. So we wanted to get some Calm Minds up, pass into Venusaur, get some Sun, and go from there. But as you see, we do not have Venusaur. So we throw a sub up. We're really supposed to set up on this thing anyway. We are holding safety goggles. But he switches out as we are going to go for another Calm Mind, boosts up to ×2 special attack and speed depth. He goes for the Psyshock, which is a very good play considering we don't get any defense boost. I don't know why I went for a sub here. I really don't remember. But we are going to VP into Potato, who I'm really hoping can at least bring something back for us. But he goes back into Amoonguss, who's easily going to take this call. Easily. I didn't put Flamethrower on this thing because, Clear Smog was also very good tech by him. Very good, very solid. But we go for the Yawn here as he switches into Espeon, which is also really upsetting because I really, excuse me, good lord. I really didn't want that to happen, but he sets up a combo with Espeon, which really, by this point, it kind of cleans up for him. At +1, Espeon really does eat my team. And, unfortunately, we do take a 6-0 loss here. It was such a painful week for me. But we're not going to sit here and sulk. I'm not going to be that guy who says, oh, well, if it were different circumstances, we probably would have won. No, I don't want to be that guy. After watching his end of the video and seeing his prep, even if I had been in a situation where I was calcing and at my PC and not somewhere else because of my own fault, there is, I'm going to go on record and say there's still a very decent chance he would have won that match. His prep was very solid. His plays were very solid. It's very apparent that he put in the work this week. He really did. And even if I brought Drought Tails and Venusaur had gotten the speed boost, I can't honestly say we would have had a better chance. Yeah, we wouldn't have gotten 6-0, but I'm not gonna sit here and tell you we would have won because he played much, much better than we did this week. Much better. His prep was much better, and overall, he was a very solid player in general. Did very well, and he really deserved this win. But next week, which is kind of this week, we gotta sit down. We're gonna sit down. We're gonna plan this out. We're gonna do some stuff, and it's gonna be good. Because, man, I got 6-0. I'm not trying to do that again, you know? But it's going to be a thing that's going to happen. We are going to try to pull ourselves out of this. We were doing good for a while, but, you know, sometimes luck smiles on you. Sometimes it doesn't. But that's going to be it for now. Stay tuned for week 10. We are going to be battling Trev. I know it's... Again, week from hell. I've not been able to do anything whatsoever, but we are catching up. We're going to make this happen. We're going to do some stuff, and it's going to be fun. But until then, guys, I will see you next time. Stay frosty.